It would be nice, but I'm a little old now.
Don't let that sway you. There's instances in the Bible where God gave children to people that were like 80, 90 years old. So don't let that sway you. I do feel as though that would be interesting.
Well, I've never been pregnant or had miscarriages or anything, so I don't know who the children are.
Now, they're floating around right now. I'm seeing them, they're floating around. Somehow they come into your life. How old are you now?
37.
Yeah, you're not too old. You and your husband talked about this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Newness, okay. Do twins run in your family?
No.
Do they run in your husband's family?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. I almost feel as though these two children are together. You know what I mean? They're floating around, and I'm not seeing a distance between them. I almost feel as though they're very close together. Now, that could mean one or two things. They could be twins, or one comes and then the other one comes shortly thereafter. That's how close they are. They're not like, I'm not seeing, because when I see things like that, if they were going to be far apart, being born far apart, they would be like this. These two children I'm kind of seeing like this, okay? So, I am seeing two children. So, regardless of you're saying 37, do anything, not really, okay? If you were 45, yeah, it might be too old, but 37, no. You still have some time, okay? Some people don't really have children until they're like 37, 38, 39, even 40, okay?
We just weren't sure if we wanted any.
Yeah.
So.
But I feel as though they're there. So if you have free will now, you can say, yeah, I want to kind of move forward with that. Or you can say, no, I don't. Okay? Understand that you're not committing any sin by not choosing to have them. Okay? But I'm seeing them floating around. Okay? Which means you can have them. That's what it means. If you don't, then they'll go to someone else. Okay? All right. I'm going to say within the next 2 years, I see that possibility very strong there, okay? I also feel as though people come to you just seeking some kind of your inner light. They seek some kind of guidance from you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
They kind of come to you, what do you think? That type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a whole, pages and pages of stuff. It's like, what do you think about this? Well, I'm doing that. What do you think about that? And usually, you bring that information from the soul. It's like, okay, it's not something you really have to think that hard about. It just comes out of you. Okay. That's the light worker within you. You are meant to be the light worker. You were born to be the light worker. In your last lifetime, you chose in this lifetime to be the light worker. And the world is going through a lot of changes, and in the next few years, you're going to be right there in the middle of it, okay? You're going to see it. You're going to help as much as you can with it, okay? We're not talking about just earth changes. We're talking about more than that. It's about mankind raising the level of consciousness, so there will be no more wars. So the world will be at peace and health and prosperity. You'll see that. Okay, you'll go, wow. Every year it'll get better, higher. Okay, and that's what we strive for, is to raise our consciousness and go higher. So I feel a lot of that. I also see your mother's mother. Is she on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were you close to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm getting definitely that she's around you. And I'm getting that she, um, when you were very young, she would kind of lift you up, boost you up. If you had any situation or problem, you could always kind of talk to her, even if it was on the phone. You could kind of call her up and say, Grandma, what do you think about this? But I feel as though she's around you and she comes around you a lot. Do you feel her around you?
I wish I did, but I
Yeah,
don't.
she's around you. Okay. Now there's something with her with flowers. This could be roses. Do you remember her having a garden?
A garden?
Yeah. Could have been a small garden. It could have been like a deck garden, porch, anything like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you remember her loving roses?
I think she just liked flowers, but I don't remember anything with
Oh.
roses in particular.
Okay, so because I'm getting the smell of roses here. Okay. I'm getting very strong smell of roses with her in that connection. All right. So what this means is that if you look around and there's no roses around, you're smelling roses, welcome her. Okay? Say, I love you, Grandma, I welcome you. What do I need to know? Just close your eyes. In your third eye, you're going to hear what she has to say to you. So you're going to have a two-sided conversation rather than a one-sided one. Okay? So you're going to say, what do I need to know? But it's that strong smell of roses that I'm getting that comes from her, that emanates from her. Wow, I'm also getting, okay. So what she's saying, she's always going to be around you and she's lifting you up. When you feel a little down a little bit, she's going to kind of lift you up. And I feel sometimes when you go down, when you get down a little bit, it doesn't take you long to get back up again.
That's true.
And you're very, okay? And understand that she's there to do that, so that's part of that, okay? I feel as though in life she was like that. She was a lot of happiness, a lot of joy about her in life, okay? If something was a little depressing, that's that thing, a little depressing or whatever, she wouldn't stay there. Because she knew better. She said, why should I stay there? That's not a good place to be.
Mm-hmm.
But you're very quick. You get down, boom, you pick yourself up and you're like off and running again, okay? That's a great quality. Too many people get depressed and they start to think, I'm also getting something about self-employment with your husband. Does he work for somebody now?
He does.
Okay. Has he talked to you about doing something on his own or maybe with you?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm getting something that's there. Okay, so kind of understand. I feel as though within the next 2 years it's going to be there.
Wow.
And I feel as though you're going to be there with him, working with him on this thing. Because the key to great success and wealth, okay, is to do your own thing. Working for other people, yeah, it's fine for the security and the safety and the consciousness, but it's not going to bring you anything but a gold watch at retirement and a pension. Okay?
Right.
And who knows to say 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road, when you're collecting that pension, is it enough to survive? Okay? Probably not. Okay? We're seeing people now that have been retired and they're collecting some and they're saying, oh man, it's really tough on us.
Right.
Not so secure. I'm talking about pensions from a company they work for 30 years. We've seen some people lose that. Okay? All of a sudden they were collecting this much, they were doing okay, and then all of a sudden it was gone.
Right.
I know somebody who worked for Verizon in the phone company for years and years and years, and she was getting a really good pension, and within 2 years she lost it. There's nothing left.
Oh my goodness.
And then now they got a class action lawsuit. What did you do with our money?
Yeah. I
So
did.
that's all right. So think about I'm getting 2 years down the road. Okay, some opportunities coming, and I'm seeing the both of you doing this thing. It's going to be a part-time thing in the beginning, and then it's going to grow.
Do you see any, like, what kind of business? Or?
Well, I feel as though it's going to be a business that's going to help people. Is it in the service business? I'm not quite sure about that. It has something to do with guiding people to kind of help themselves. But it's not, I'm not getting a service business. You know what I mean? Kind of like building houses or stuff. I'm not getting that.
Is it creative?
It leans a little more to the creative part, but it's also helping others to feel good about themselves and to boost them up. Okay? Something like that. So this thing about the naturopathic studying naturopathic stuff, I'm getting very strong. You're probably going to have the chance in the next year or a year and a half or so to go into that. It could be something like that where you start to take off with that, okay? And he works with you on that. I feel as though you two have a lot of matched talents. Okay, you understand that?
I do.
There's a lot of matched talents there. So I feel as though you're going to do this together. Okay? You've been talking about it, and you've been talking about it. You just haven't clicked with the right thing. It's certainly not a pyramid scheme, so don't think it's not a pyramid scheme. So it's something that you're going to get into, and you're going to go, that sounds pretty interesting, and then you're going to experiment, and you're going to investigate it, and you're going to like, yeah, let's try doing this a little bit, and then boom. Did you ever watch that series called The Sharks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's very interesting. People come up with some of the greatest ideas in that. And a lot of times they back out, and sometimes they go in. And then they tell you some of the success stories over the years since that's been out. I think it's a great come up. But they always want to see some results before they'll invest. Right. If you don't have any result, it could be the greatest idea in the world.
They don't care.
They don't care that you're not interested. We have no results, don't come to us. I don't think anybody's ever gone to them without showing some result. Okay, so I don't know why, but I'm kind of seeing something like that. You come up with something, and you work on it.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So good luck.
Thank you. What were my cards?
Your cards
Do they matter?